Today we had 2 machines being delivered, both second-hand machines. One is for printing and one is for being able to fix the dyes on the cloths. And those 2 machines together mean that we're going to be able to print our own fabric. And it feels like taking control over our own print runs and what we're able to create. It was really about a sort of change of thinking about how we do things. So thinking about how we might be able to produce in smaller quantities and test and to be able to produce some of our own fabrics here. And I think the main reason for doing that was because quite often we're asked to print quite big quantities of things, which means that even when we don't meet those print runs, we're holding fabric and we're holding extra things when we don't need to. When you think about all of this fabric, how long it's taken to grow, how many people have been involved, how many times it's been washed, how many times it's been created, we all know that cotton is very thirsty on the environment. Then we should be thinking about those materials in a more precious way. Also, I think it's about taking things to being small again. So if we're able to produce in quantities that are smaller, we're able to really hone in on what we do best and how we do it. Trying to make a really efficient way of being able to make what we do without having to overproduce. If we didn't have to produce 6 months in advance, and I think really that's the killer, is like having to produce all of these things in advance from a catalogue, decide what fabric we're going to choose, what prints we're going to choose, forecast for what's going to do well and what's not going to do well. We're making decisions for people in advance, and this is really about flipping it, the whole thing on its head, and asking the question like, well, what if we produced less, and what if we asked customers more what they wanted and were able to cater for them? But also, this whole system means that we have more reflection time for how we want to do this and how we want to run this company differently. And it's really about taking back control into our own environment and being able to choose how we want to make things and choose the quantity of how much we want to make, and being able to offer that to customers and to not have to do sales at the end of each season just to make more again. Today felt really magical because it was the first bit of our fabric that's been printed here at the hatchery, which just opens up so many possibilities for the future. There's loads more to do at the hatchery, but completing one room and getting those machines in and working felt like a real milestone.